What we wanted to show here today is how to level up reports using what are called secondary dimensions, which I know sounds like a mouthful, sounds very jargony. Really, what we're talking about here is layering on an additional way of slicing up the data, subdividing your data a little bit further. It's just essentially a secondary dimension is essentially just an additional attribute added to a report used to break down primary data into a more specific and actionable way to hopefully glean additional insights. So I'll show you really quickly how that works. We're not going to dive too deep into this, but this is one area that I love nerding out on when I get into analytics, and I do find it really useful. So we're here in our traffic acquisition. I actually will show this in Google Analytics, but we'll show it in a screenshot here first. So in order to do this, we are in our traffic acquisition report. So these are the channels that were showing up. Let's say we wanted to drill into referrals. We just wanted to see sort of like which websites are referring traffic to us, and like not only how much, but what does the engagement look like for the different folks that are sending traffic our way? Like who is actually referring visitors to our site, instead of going and building a really kind of custom report, which Google wants you to do in the Explore tab, which conversation for another day. That's probably a series of office hours for us to drill into how those custom reports work. If there's interest, maybe we would get into that at some point. But we can just layer on what's called a secondary dimension here and start to slice that information up. And we're going to be looking at this little plus sign next to that dropdown in order to add this in. So I will show you in the live Google Analytics how this works. I'm going to go back into lifecycle, acquisition, traffic acquisition. Again, major caveat, this is just demo data, so it's not going to be as interesting as what you're going to find. We have 32 visits from referrals, just because, I mean, people are not linking to our demo sites from their sites. But if we wanted to slice this up and drill into it more, we could click this plus sign. And this is something I would definitely check out in your own analytics. Click this, and we are just going to type source. And this is the first one we want. It's this one right here. It says session scoped over here, which is what we want. And then this right here says session source. We're going to click on that, and you'll see what it does is it layers on an additional kind of subdivision here. So direct traffic, there's no source. It's just direct. It doesn't know what to do with that. But we can start to see, oh, okay, organic search, mostly coming from Google. You can see the different referral ones. And if you wanted to layer on this search feature, you can come up here and type referral into this. If I hit enter, this will show me a filtered view of just my referral traffic. So, you know, most of our referrals came from google.com. We got some from Google Docs. We got some from our own website, got some from Asana. This is going to be a lot more interesting if you do it on your data, but these are the kind of two steps I would take. I would add this session source, secondary dimension, and then I would search by referral, and that'll show you traffic that's coming from the various sources, different websites. A lot of the AI tools will be showing up here as well. So you'll see things like ChatGPT potentially showing up here if you're getting traffic from LLMs. Hopefully this just helps make Google Analytics feel a little bit less daunting and helps you back up with data, just some of those things that your gut is telling you about your website, your visitors, and where you should be spending your time.